It's your man PL. You just heard the sounds of DJ Jamel Rockwell on the Prelude. Hope everybody's doing well this evening. Tonight's special guest is good friend, blast from the past, boomer from the future, Poindexter.
Let's go.
All right. All right.
I remember when Poindexter couldn't do that flex.
Yeah, baby. That was about 50 pounds ago.
That was most different pose. It was a different pose.
Poindexter
It was
buffed
more
up
like
on
mine, kind of slicked back to a little bit, let the stomach get some room. Right.
You gotta be too something to do something. You know what I mean?
Oh shit. All right. So before we get started, like we always do. Do our weekly check-in, make sure everybody's good, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. We'll start with you, Point Man. How's your week, bro?
Man, pretty good, dude. Just plugging away at work and working on different projects and stuff. It's crazy because me and my buddy have been talking about doing a podcast for a couple of weeks now, and you hit me up, and I was like, hell yeah, let's do this. So,
that means you're supposed to do it.
Exactly. Yeah, but I mean, as far as my journey in life, man, I'm at the peak, man. Like it just keeps getting better.
I hear that.
It's crazy, bro. Like when you do the right things in life, it just it keeps surprising you in a good way. So,
man, I love hearing that.
Yeah.
Rock, how's your week?
The usual ups and downs. Big Creek works, just follow for last week. Just got to be careful who's around you sometimes.
That's word. Since I wasn't here last week,
Yes, you were.
Yeah, no, that raggedy impersonation.
I don't know what you're talking about. I heard you were here the whole time we talked.
Actually, the impersonation itself wasn't bad because it's not that it's not like my cadence and my vocal timbre are like difficult to when I'm doing public speaking, at least I don't go into the high registers. Whatever, motherfucker. But so last week I was at a funeral for my uncle / godfather, and just prior to going to the funeral, I've told people I'm super close to, so this is the first time I'm telling the world. The Thursday night before, we did Funky Fresh First Friday. The night before that Thursday night, I had a series of small heart attacks.
Oh.
So I had to go spend some time in the hospital and get right. So that in part was why I wasn't here. In addition to the funeral, making sure I didn't have my own funeral, and
It's important.
And somewhat.
Whatever.
So I had to take a little time off and sit back and get some shit straight and get my life in order. And I know nobody wants to hear this, but yes, when I was in the hospital, I did sign a DNR. You're not bringing me back. Fuck that. Because what you do to bring me back may kill me eventually. And I don't need to be trying to recuperate from 4 broken ribs and a sliced trachea just to come over here and talk some shit.
Well, in the preservation of my brother's interest, I'm just gonna let you know now. If you die, I'm going to do the impersonation for at least a year. Just so you know.
I give you permission to do me like a fucking damn, what's the fucking movie?
Like Bernie?
Yeah.
Wicked and Bernie. Oh shit.
You heard it here first. I might be dead, but shit, string me up. Just
A colorful Hawaiian shirt, some Ray-Bans.
hey, I rock with it. I'm not particular.
Can I get a PO puppet?
Shit, turn me into a puppet. Shit,
Hey man, but are you all right, dude? Like,
no, I'm good. My heart is literally broken. Not on no miss her type shit. Just my heart's like really, literally, fucking doesn't work right. But it's actually gotten better over the past couple of years. There's a thing called ejection fraction, which is basically how much your heart pumps blood and fluid through your body. This time 2 years ago it was at 20%, which the average is like 65 to 70%. And then they checked it when I was in the hospital recently, and it's up to 50 to 55%. So I'm fucked up, but I'm getting better.
well, yeah, I mean, 50 is definitely better than 20.
Oh yeah, it's a numbers game. So now that we got that out of the way, Poindexter, for those that don't know, was one of the vital cogs of Midrange music.
Oh man,
He was. I didn't have a singular favorite, but he was definitely one of my just favorite people that I got to deal with up there.
Definitely wanted to see this guy do well.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah, absolutely.
and his real name is Poindexter. So
yeah,
when I met him, he was
JPZ.
he was rapping super hard, and I was like, man, this motherfucker's rapping super hard, and he's going by the name Poindexter, and I'm like, this is dope, but it just don't add up right now. And then we were talking one day down in Czar, and he was like, nah, man, my real name is Jared Poindexter. That's like my real fucking name.
I think I was here for that convo.
And I was like, oh shit, hey man, look, what we need to do is we need to sell this. I said, man, you get you some suspenders, get you a couple plaid shirts, some bow ties, pocket protectors. And at first, Point was looking at me like, motherfucker,
What?
shit.
Bro, my shit hard. I don't know what you talking about. Hey.
And I was like, dude, we create the image of, like, you look like a quote-unquote Poindexter, but then you come out here rapping this super hard shit, talking about taking Molly and smoking dope and fucking bitches. And I was like, and then the next show we did up at 906, Point showed up in full uniform. And people were like, they were staring like, man, this nerdy motherfucker about to...
It was so great.
That beat dropped and Point got to doing his dance and then this shit. Hey, them motherfuckers went crazy, boy. I was like, yeah, that's it.
Man.
Might have been operating on like 2 or 3 different psychoactive substances that night. The thing is, though, when I dressed like that, like, it made me super nervous because I felt like everybody was looking at me. So it might have.
Oh, they were.
But it fit.
but
it fit. Because,
yeah.
you can tell, you can see the little,
Yeah.
but it made the whole shit work.
Yeah, it was pretty dope.
I mean, don't get me wrong. When you were wearing your Pin to Life T-shirt or your Midrange shirt and rapping, I had no problem with that either because it was because you were still entertaining.
Right.
But that exterior,
That dichotomy.
yeah. that was what I think really kind of put it over the edge, over the top for you. That really made, because people had to pay attention to you because they were like, this motherfucker's really wearing some suspenders and some high waters. But he is up here killing it. Damn. Man, the beat is dope. The
Killing it.
And I'd be like, yeah, y'all better pay attention to
Killing
Poindexter.
it.
Poindexter fucking around and steal your girl
Oh,
twice.
soon as he walked up to him, he said, watch this motherfucker. Watch it.
I remember I used to have to go run on a treadmill or play basketball just to get ready for shows.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a good solid 15 minutes of just jumping around and,
I remember the first time we
rapping.
were
Yeah.
up north at Midrange.
It's not easy.
No.
And I told y'all
It's not easy.
in that briefing meeting or whatever, I was like, hey, you're going to have to start doing some cardio, y'all, because I was like, hey, it's real out here. I don't want to.
What was it back in the day? MTV Cribs with Andre 3000 and Big Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Like they straight up was like, this is our house. MTV Cribs. They're like, this is the gym, and like they're like, I'm the healthiest fat guy you know. He was like, it's like I can run 5 miles up here, and this is what we got to do to go on tour. And I was like, that's really how it works though. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh no, that road will wear you out.
I picked it up from it's gonna sound funny, but I picked it up from like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and Britney Spears, because I was watching Britney Spears and NSYNC on Entertainment Tonight or something, and they were talking about how they had to run like 2 or 3 miles on a track while singing while singing the songs.
Yep, that's what.
And they had to be able to sing the songs perfectly while running. And I was like, damn, that takes a lot of so when you see them up there, yeah, they might be kind of lip syncing, but they are singing and they getting it in. So it's
they working. They ain't
Oh,
saying they ain't saying they ain't working.
And
Not
so
only that, anybody that can sing and dance at the same time, I have the utmost respect for,
yeah.
because that is very difficult.
Oh, extremely.
Mm-hmm.
Woody, shout out to Woody. He asked, is that Travis Kelce on the couch with you?
Let's go.
And,
you send us some more of that Hood Say song there, Woody, and I bet you'll turn into it.
Yeah, Hood Say something. We got one left. Man. So, Point, man, what you up to now? What's going on with you, man? I know you...
just trying to spread positivity, man. I don't know, like with the pandemic and the lockdown and all that shit, dude. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I just hit a hole. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
it
was
was
in
rough.
a deep depression.
Everybody hit
Terrible,
the bottom,
yeah.
Yeah, it was rough, man.
And but I don't know. One good thing is like I have no problem, putting in the work and starting from the bottom of anything. It's actually kind of fun. Yeah, man. I had to like basically completely start my life over and just make the right decisions. I don't know. I got a good job now. It's a 9 to 5. I work from home. It's pretty sweet. Just talk to people all day. And
dig that work from home life, man.
Yeah. The thing is, though, is I got to be around people, though, too.
Yeah.
Because I like to feel like I'm the catalyst for other people's inspiration, or motivation. And then that in turn, like, I got to work harder because I made this dude work harder. But I don't know if that makes any sense.
Oh, it makes perfect sense. That's how I felt when I was helping out with Midrange. I was still an artist, so I felt like whenever I did a show with somebody, with a couple of the guys from, anybody from Midrange who I'm, helping manage and develop, that I had to make sure that I was on top of my shit to make sure, what I'm saying? Because I can't go in and chew you out about missing cues or doing something wrong if I'm doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So I always had to make sure that I was, above board with performances and stuff. So but I felt like that helped me. It still start from still. You know what I'm saying? You guys were still. I'm still a fan. I wish I could find some of the old stuff. But I have a couple of CDs, but they're all super duper scratched up.
Yeah.
Not reading on anything.
Hey man, but real talk, that was really the one thing that we could lend to y'all was performance experience. Y'all had everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, your financial situation with Midrange was definitely way better than ours was.
Yeah. I mean, y'all was. I mean, y'all made it real easy to pass on a little whatever little we had,
And plus, I want to take a moment to Jeff with you and thank you, because I know I asked you probably specifically, you and Damon probably I probably had the most demands from. I probably asked y'all to do some of the wildest shit, but not like like run through the streets naked wild, but just
I did that on my own.
Yeah. But just like demanding y'all to be on point about your show and about how you act before and after the show with the crowd and all that kind of good stuff. And you all at no point were like, man, fuck you, old dude. Man, I ain't doing none of this shit. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. Well, Damon did a couple times, but I just slapped him around a little. No, I'm just kidding. But I just want to let you know I appreciate you all being good students of the game, man.
Well, shit, man. I was about to thank you for the whole experience, man. Fucking, I know I didn't want to book any shows or anything like that. I just wanted to have fun.
Well, it was fortunately, we all kind of got together at the right time because I was slowing down on doing shows in Kansas City because I was doing a lot more around the region, and but I also didn't want to give up those time slots. You know what I'm saying? Because for rap music in Kansas City, performance time slot is that shit is crucial. It is oftentimes few and far between, and for me to have been blessed, and me and Christos have been blessed to be in the position that we were in to not only book for one venue but 3 venues simultaneously. That what I'm saying, I didn't want to waste that. So you guys came right along at the right time. I was able to slide at least one mid-range act in at each venue a week. I got to see you guys grow and mature as artists and people. We went out of town a few times, had some good times, had some sad times, some bad times.
We got to roll deep. When we showed up in a club, it was like, oh, okay. Like, there's a lot of you guys.
When we went to Elgin, Elgin is about an hour outside of Chicago, for those who don't know. We went to Elgin a few times, and the first time we went, I think we took 3 15-passenger vans.
It's terrible.
And I was like, damn, this is a posse.
Yeah, like shoulder to shoulder though in these vans.
Yeah, I mean the vans
like nine in each van.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Easily. And then you had 7-foot big ass.
Oh shit!
Taking up 6 spots.
Mike Official wasn't a small dude either.
Mike Official taking up some spots. Shit, I wasn't a little dude. And Rob G passed out taking up some extra spots. Yeah, man, that was and when we got to the venue that night in Elgin, the guy who I booked the show with, he pulled me to the side. He said, "Hey, man, how many people came with you?" I said, "Man, I think it's about 25 of us all together, maybe 27." And he was like, "Are they all performing?" I said, "No, it's just 3 people performing. They're all sharing a 15-minute set." He was like, "God damn, y'all brought 27 people for 3 people performing for a 15-minute set 8 hours away? Y'all gonna do something."
Yep.
And I was like, "Yeah, man, that's the plan. That is the plan." So, like I said, just want to take a moment out to, let you know I appreciate y'all listening to an old dude's ideas and actually, seeing the vision and not being obstinate about it. That because I was managing a couple other different entities, or helping manage a couple other entities while I was working with y'all, and you all were like so easy to deal with compared to the others.
That's funny you say that, because at that point in my life, I wasn't extremely coachable, but
you couldn't have told me.
I didn't know the difference.
I guess it was just certain things that I was willing to learn, But as far as like life and what to do and what not to do.
Well, see, I never hit y'all on life. I let
like,
y'all live your lives.
I thought I had that all figured out.
Yeah, I let y'all live y'all lives. I'd see.
Nope.
I'd be like, you say, KDS is doing what? Oh man.
Yeah.
American.
I can show y'all this blocking for this new set. Though. I can do that.
Hey, we really gonna have to run with this because American Flyer just commented. Now I know what Kelsey did before football. Point, might have to be another rap run in for you, bro. the rapping Kelsey.
Man, if I ever met that dude, that'd be awesome.
Oh man, I'm looking at the monitor now, and I guess you kind of do look like Kelsey.
I'm often referred to as the 4th Hemsworth.
I'm with that.
So,
nice.
I'm sure with that. And for those that don't know, Point also does some comedy on the side too.
I think what I'm going to try to parlay the podcast into is just start working on comedy sets. The thing is though, is you gotta I don't know. The greatest comedians are the guys that you look at and you're like, oh well, my life's not so bad. You know what I mean? So it's hard to you gotta grind as a comedian or come from a place of mutual respect with other comedians. So I'm gonna have to put in my time somehow, but it's just figuring out your voice, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Well, we haven't really talked about this too much publicly, but we are in the process of trying to develop like a little small comedy show.
Let's go.
So so cats that are, kind of wanting to do some stand up and aren't, privy to how to get into like bigger venues and clubs and stuff. We can, help them out by, have them come down here and do like 5 minutes, 7 minutes, something like that.
I'm trying to think. Wasn't Eddie Griffin in town not too long ago? Did anybody go to that?
About 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear much about it.
Oh no, it was big or fairly big, but it sold out super quick.
Yeah, it's Eddie Griffin.
Yeah, sold out real quick, and
I feel like he'd have some good opinions right now,
Oh.
or at least some funny opinions.
Oh, I'm sure he would, but we got a lot of people who are Eddie Griffin capable. They're just they just don't have the outlet yet.
Sure.
So we've been debating, trying to figure out how to batting around ideas on how to, turn this, also start doing a little short stand up podcast a couple of times a month or something. Give people an opportunity to work some new material or just figure it out. So,
sure, yeah.
You're more than welcome when we get that going.
I'm gonna be there.
Bandy some stuff about. Tell everybody what the name of your podcast is gonna be.
Oh yeah, so it's the CCP, which is the Cedar Cyanide Podcast.
Oh wow!
And I just came up with that today. I don't know why or how, but the CCP I thought was pretty funny because that's the Chinese Communist Party as well, which is kind of like the opposite of what we're doing over here. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get a flag designed and everything, and I'm just gonna run with it. And I'm taking suggestions. If anybody has any suggestions, I'm open to those. But I just thought the Cedar Cyanide Podcast I don't know, it rings to me, and it's probably something not people are gonna forget. You know what I mean? It's so odd.
Oh, it's definitely stuck in my head.
Yeah. And it's a takeoff of the hospital, the Cedar Cyanide, which I always thought sounded like cyanide, which is like you're in a hospital to live, not to take cyanide and die.
Until Biggie died there, I thought it was cyanide. But once Biggie died there, it was in all the print and stuff, and I could see that it was actually Cedar's Cyanide, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. I should probably do a little bit more research on that.
It's not cyanide.
I don't know. I still don't know what it's like spelled in a weird way too. So
like SINAI.
Yep.
It sounds like the outside Hawk brother from Airwolf. You got Stringfellow, Sinjin, and Cyanide. Cyanide Hawk.
Hey man, while we're on comedy, I just want to say rest in peace, Norm Macdonald, man.
Oh man,
that was so sudden. And I guess he'd had it for 9 years and just didn't say anything, kind of like the Black Panther dude.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, Chadwick Boseman.
Man, you just want to talk about a smart guy who had his own voice, but like one of the top 5,
Oh, Norm was definitely one of my go-tos.
Yeah, and like comedians kind of steal from each other. You're not stealing from Norm Macdonald. You can't, because his delivery and the way he says things is what makes him him. And it's funny because as a young comedian, he was pretty funny, and he kind of gave off like a old, like, fuck you, man kind of vibe. Like,
he always played an old man.
Yeah.
He was always an old man.
And once he got to be an old man, it was like, this is fucking funny, dude.
I've been practicing for this.
Yeah, do you remember the ESPYs, the joke he told at the ESPYs?
I do not.
He was congratulating Charles Woodson on his Heisman, and he goes, that's something no one will ever be able to take away from you. Unless you murder your wife and a waiter.
Oh.
Then they can definitely take that. And, like, there's people in the crowd just going,
hey, Norm stayed on OJ's neck.
oh. And it's funny.
That's what got him fired from SNL.
Yeah.
Yep. Norm stayed on OJ's neck, and you know, I think OJ did it, but you know, fuck it. That shit was hilarious to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I question. I guess he had a son that was pretty crazy too, but I don't know. That stuff's so long ago.
Yeah.
And I like how OJ came out with a book that was like, if I did it,
Right.
how I would kill my wife. But on the cover, it just says, I did it. Everything else is in small print.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like, genius. Like, lean into the murderer. You know what I mean? This is how you got to go with these things. If you're known for killing your wife, like, you got to lean into it.
Hey.
I mean, what are they going to do? Put you in jail now?
Well,
You can't.
they did, just not for that.
Well, yeah, what was it, armed robbery or something?
Like armed robbery, grand theft, something.
You know, if it wasn't for the first trial, he could have actually got a free OJ out of that Vegas thing.
Man.
They got it. He got halfway done dirty.
God, what? Oh,
He did try to be a gangster though, and
Yeah, OJ was trying to be gangster.
he was trying to be a gangster.
He said-
but OJ, he was not. Was he a gangster?
Nah.
No. He went to USC, right?
Yeah,
Right.
but he was never.
Yeah. And he was always like in those Naked Gun movies in the
In the 80s.
police.
He was the
Poli-
Hertz man. The Hertz rental car.
Yeah. In the Police Squad TV show. Fuck, I can't remember his name in that show. He was so funny though. He actually had some charisma.
Oh no, OJ was a lovable dude. OJ had like his vibe in the 70s and 80s where if you were around OJ could do no wrong. That's why that line in Tell OJ is so just like stabbing. It just like when he says I'm not black, I'm OJ, and everybody around him's like, okay. That shit there, OJ really did used to say he wasn't black. He's OJ. That was not some shit Jigga made up. That was that was OJ's real mentality.
You think his thought process was, how can I alienate an entire group of people?
No, he just really thought so much of himself that he thought he superseded race.
Oh, gotcha.
He wasn't saying he wanted to be white either.
He was just
I'm
OJ.
OJ.
Yeah, I guess that's right. Yeah.
It's more valuable if I'm just OJ.
Doesn't that kind of come with just fuck you money though? You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
Jay-Z could do whatever he wanted to right now. Would not matter. Jay-Z is not going to jail for anything.
Oh, he'd go to jail for killing Beyonce.
You sure about that? I
Yeah.
mean, did you
That's
hear?
Beyonce.
Did you hear what happened to Floyd Mayweather's wife?
Well, that's Floyd Mayweather.
Okay, all right.
That's Beyonce.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I guess Bay is
And even
super.
and even if he didn't go to actual jail, he would be living. He would never be able to leave his house.
Yeah,
So
they'd
he
just build the Rock Nation jail or something.
He would just his home would become his prison because the beehive is real.
So they fined him $300 million to build a prison around him.
And he'd somehow make money off of it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey, I know. I'll take it. I know a contractor.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it'd be like a subsidiary of Rock Nation, and
I got a contractor that can do this work for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just having to come in and build these walls. Yeah.
oh
Hey,
man.
but you know, it's funny though. That's how it's more convincing that OJ did that shit, because look, fucking Lethal Weapon. I can't even say his name right now.
Danny Glover.
No, the other one, the racist.
Mel Gibson.
Oh,
Mel Gibson.
he said racist.
The racist one. Look, Mel Gibson is back in film and TV and shit. OJ, without killing his wife, he's still been in movies and she'd have been making his bread.
For
Easy.
sure.
He'd have been doing the same bit roles.
Oh yeah, like a character
for
actor.
2-3
yeah.
decades. For 2-3 decades, man.
Yeah.
That's how you know you did that shit. That's how you know that.
You know, I was gonna mention something.
Because if anybody had any doubt that he did it, he'd be getting movies.
So you're saying that he'd still have a career if he indeed people thought he didn't do it?
Yes, he'd at least
Yeah.
get Sharknado.
I get.
Hey, that's real.
That's real.
Oh, they did 8 Sharknados, and Orenthal
real.
James Simpson was not in
Not
near
there,
one of them.
one of them. OJ in it.
They dug up
Come on,
motherfuckers
dog.
that I thought were dead and had
Come
been
on.
Sharknados, and I was like, oh shit, OJ ain't got no
Come
Sharknado.
on, dog.
I mean, not even a brief, hey, what's up? I'm OJ, get ate by a shark. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. They didn't even say OJ's name in 8 Sharknados. Or I'm assuming I only watched like 3 of them.
Yeah.
Who's in the Sharknados? Samuel L.
Everybody you forgot.
Yeah, it's like
Everybody from the 90s.
Okay.
it's like a hodgepodge and who's who.
Every
of-
co-star from the 90s.
Okay. I don't know.
like David Hasselhoff's in.
David Hasselhoff. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. I got the Tara Reid,
Mm-hmm.
Ian
Okay.
Ziering,
Okay.
Ian Ziering's, yeah, is a
Jason
pivotal figure.
Simmons. Dang, it's a bunch of motherfuckers on here that I don't even know who they are. Shit, that's saying some shit.
Direct to video type shit.
Yeah. Oh, you know the Sharknados
Oh,
are for sci-fi.
It is the 21st century Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Let's see here.
I've never seen one of them, but
Oh shit, Vivica Fox is in the second one.
Yeah, yeah.
Mark McGrath is in the second
Yeah,
one.
there you
Okay.
Carrie Wer's in the second one.
Yeah,
Dante Palmentari's in the second one.
yeah.
Courtney Baxter, Judd Hirsch, Kurt Angle, Downtown Julie
I
Brown,
feel like I was about to say Stacey Dash is in there somewhere, probably.
Peppa, Andy
And
Dick,
one of them, I think.
Yeah.
Michael Dugan, Jared Fogle from Subway,
No.
Ah!
Judah Freelander,
Boy, you want to talk about ruining an entire name.
Perez Hilton. Damn, ain't that some shit?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Damn, Ian Ziering and Tara Reid made it through 3 of them so far. Let's see. Frankie Muniz.
Oh no, Ian Ziering is in a grip of them.
He must be in all of them then.
Yeah.
David Hasselhoff, Bo Derek, Michael Winslow, old boy from Police
Michael
Academy makes the
Winslow.
sound.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Neo,
Hey, this is
Chris Jericho,
This producer did everybody he owed a favor. This is it.
Lorenzo
This is
Lamas, Lou
Lorenzo
Ferrigno,
Lamas, yes.
He's probably just like, I'm gonna pay you scale. Come by the set.
Come on.
Bill Engvall.
It's
You
a
need a
party.
gig? I got a gig.
Bill Engvall. Wow.
Man,
Remember you
let's-
played that tab at the bar with me one time? Here you go. Here you go.
once again, Ian Ziering and Tara Reid.
Tara Reid is an interesting one because I feel like she was super hot, and then she did the American Pies, and
And then
then
she cut her face.
I don't know. I
Well,
thought she
it
just
wasn't-
got like
it wasn't it was the
Yeah,
botched
boobs.
boob job that
Oh.
did her in.
I just thought she got really drunk. It was like
That's-
Well, that too. She was a party.
because
she was a party queen.
there was like a thing in the 2000s where if you were a female and you were a celebrity, you had to go out and party and like get out of
Control.
cars. Yeah, really drunk. You'd have to
Yeah.
like fall out of the car to make the newspapers or E! Tonight or whatever it was back then.
Yeah, her and
Lindsay Lohan,
Lindsay Lohan.
Paris
they
Hilton.
was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Paris Hilton. Actually, a very smart person I've heard, and that's another person who everybody thought she was a dumb blonde, and she leaned into it, and she made a couple movies that like she probably was the producer of, and made
She got-
at least
no,
a couple
she
$100,000.
She didn't made about $200-300 million herself.
Yeah.
I think she was one of the executive producers on that House of Wax movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then the show she had with Lionel Richie's daughter,
Oh,
Nicole Richie,
yeah,
The
Nicole
Good Life.
Richie.
Was
Yeah,
it
Good
called
Life.
The Good Life?
Yeah.
Yeah. That show is actually kind of entertaining.
I watched a
sometimes.
couple episodes of
Yeah.
it. I'm not gonna lie, it was funny. They were the episode I saw, or one of them I saw. They were staying with some Amish people.
Yeah, I mean, fish out of water story.
Yeah, and they were like, "So you mean to tell me that you guys don't have any electricity? No TV, no
Yeah.
telephone, no radio,
Yes.
no internet, no blah." And they were like, "Nah, we ain't got none of that shit."
Man, that's
And Paris was just like, "Oh, I don't think I can stay here."
that's crazy because I heard something the other day about Amish folks where like even if it's like a buggy, it's got to have a certain kind of wheel on it or
Yeah.
something like a wooden wheel or a metal wheel.
Yeah, the bearings have to be a certain way.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Otherwise, it's too technological.
That's so crazy to me.
But you fuck around and catch you a 16-year-old Amish motherfucker. He got beaten this shit.
That's that Rumspringer, bro.
Yeah, you better go to Rumspringer.
No, but you know the Mennonites are like the party animals of all.
Really?
They can drive. They can drive. They can drive like a van. They can have like a van for the entire compound.
Is that like?
And they can drive to town.
That's like Pennsylvania.
There's actually some in Missouri.
There's some in Missouri and Nebraska. Missouri.
Yeah, I honestly, like between Warrensburg and Sedalia. Yeah, there's a.
You know, I almost bet I've been to one of those parties. Anything between Warrensburg and Springfield and anything in central, anything in central Missouri, I've dabbled in. So long time ago, but you know.
Boy, that's wild country out there, boy.
Yeah,
college towns, man.
Yeah, buddy.
You're not gonna catch your boy out there.
College towns in a boring town too.
Yep,
so they got to go all out when they drink and do stuff.
They get it in too.
Do they?
Yeah.
I remember. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I caught a couple of parties outside Columbia, and I was like, yeah, y'all out here kicking it.
Mm-mm.
Oh, man, I used to hang out with a guy that actually lived in this neighborhood, I want to say, and we went down to, I think it was CMSU at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go Mules!
And my buddy,
Dave!
my buddy,
You missing it.
Tansy was his name, and he was in a fraternity, and I remember we partied. It was like a big house, and they had electricity and internet, and I was like, yo, can I use the bathroom? And they were like, yeah, dude, it's just, outside there. And I was like, oh, shit. I was like, oh, man, this sucks.
Oh, damn.
But that night, they threw a huge party, and anything you can imagine under the sun happened at that party.
Hey, CMSU is the only college where the rugby team might as well be its own fraternity.
They have a rugby team?
Yeah, it's
a rugby club.
It's rugby club.
Rugby club.
Right, yeah, but hell, when I was in school, a couple of them cats went pro.
In rugby.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey.
Yeah.
More power to you, man. If you got the athleticism, I mean, I would assume, what are you making, like
and
50, 60 a year to play rugby?
I think it's something like that.
Yeah. Hey,
yeah.
that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
And rugby's way easier on the body than football.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, it is.
But the rugby team also ran Mule Stop, which was like a big festival out on a fucking farm, and they would rent a keg truck and buses, and they would bus people from campus to Mule Stop. They would get trashed. I think it was something like it was like $30 a day.
Damn.
But it was all you could drink.
It was all you could drink, yeah.
And they had some food there and shit.
And then they had a bunch of bands come out.
Yeah.
That sounds great for like the first couple hours. By the end of the night, though,
there
people
was
are
out there like it was a festival. Like they was out there for the weekend.
But man, I'm telling you, the sun and alcohol do not mix. Do not mix.
Not at all.
Especially the alcohol they were serving.
Oh, it'll turn you into a different person. When you hit that dehydration and you're fucked up.
So much Everclear and Natty Light.
Oh, no.
Oof.
Can't do it.
So much.
Oof.
So
Don't mind
much.
me.
My fool ass, I ain't gonna lie, my fool ass was hanging with my fraternity brothers one night, and they were fucking blowing fire with fucking Everclear. And they was like, what you're doing? I'm like,
No.
It's Warrensburg. I'm the only black dude there.
I was just saying, let me stop you. These are white folks.
These are white folks.
I don't know anybody I grew up with that's like, let's spit fireballs, Dex.
I love my brothers, right? But yeah. These is One was from Centralia.
Hey, let me ask you something.
One was from Centralia.
Being the only black dude there, peer pressure's a bitch, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So your black
all of a sudden, it's
like they expect you to make to be the first black everything.
Gibble gobble, one of us. That's what it is,
No,
man.
let me clarify. I'm not talking about my fraternity brothers. I'm talking about white people in general.
Oh shit.
Oh man, I love bullshit
Broke out
like
with the
this. Man.
chant.
But yeah. So I was up. You know what I mean to do this, and they gave me a shot, and they was like, just hold it in your mouth and light the lighter and spit it. You know, just kind of spray it. And I don't know what the fuck. I don't drink hard liquor hardly ever. So even to have this in my mouth was like, oh my God. But somehow, fuck, I just realized how it happened. Because I took the shot, I was like, oh my God. And the Everclear kind of backed up through my nasal passages. So when I blew the shit, it went whoop and it came through my nose. Like, my sinuses were cooked for like 5 days. I smelled burnt human. I smelled burnt human for like...
Oh, man.
About a good solid 4 days at least.
Yeah, that's definitely white folks' problems. You know what I mean?
And hold on. Burnt flesh and nose hairs gone. Gone.
I remember they got one of my friends to jump over a barn or a bonfire because he was the most athletic dude.
I've seen that.
What is that?
Yeah. They're like, dude, you can jump over that, and it's like
it never goes.
Everybody
well.
wants to race, drunk, and
jump over the bonfire, bro. And it's like, dude, I mean, after you're like however many drinks, it's just like, yeah. That sounds great.
Yeah.
That's what alcohol does to you, man.
I was at a bonfire down at MU, and dude was like, I bet you could jump over that. And I said, fuck you, dog. I am not athletic. Just because I'm black does not mean I can jump out the gym.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Goddamn racist.
Jamel, we're going to play basketball, dude. Come on. Nah, bro.
Oh, you definitely don't want to take Rockwell to play no basketball.
No,
that's the last motherfucker you
No, you miscalculated. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah, that's the last. You trying
tell
to
you
get
that right now.
hacked and shacked.
Yeah. Hey, I'm outlet, and I'm done. I've done my job.
Yeah.
I've done my job.
Shit, since we
Don't
talking...
don't make me try a layup.
Since we talking sports, Point, you do one of my favorite sports. I don't do it as often as I used to because I don't have knees anymore for real. And that shit, knees is kind of required in bowling.
Yeah, buddy. I like bowling.
But I still got the good arm being 16 ounces and, however many pounds ball I was tossing.
You put any hook on it?
Oh, I got to. I'm left-handed.
Oh, man, you got life so easy.
Oh, shit. That's what they tell me, but I don't believe it.
Man, when you get into competitive and like tournaments and stuff, it's like you're the only person bowling on that side of the lane. So
my oil is nice and
you got your line and you just you stick with it.
Yeah, see, I could never get my line right. It varied. I would try and get in, and I try and get in pocket, and the pocket just always seemed like it would just shift.
Yeah, it's an oil transition. It's oil burning up.
I'm left-handed, but bowling and tennis are the only sports that I actually play left-handed.
Oh, left-handed. Okay.
Yeah.
My dad was born left-handed, but since he went to Catholic school, they made
was
him
right-handed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Christian school, so I'm the same way.
He'll body you at some ping pong left-handed, bro. And if you ask him to play right hand, he'll be like, "It's not worth my time. It's not like I'll just embarrass you. That's all that'll happen." Like, I've experienced it. It's frustrating. And he played in a Casey Poster downtown, which was a printing plant a long time ago. But they had a table tennis, and these are guys that he'd worked with were from like El Salvador and
get it in.
and Great Britain.
Oh yeah,
guys from England, and I mean they got
really doing that shit.
Oh, they got serious about it, and my dad had beat them all left-handed. And he said one day a guy got really upset and said, "Why won't you play me right-handed?" He said, "Fine, I'll play you right-handed." And then the guy he stopped playing ping pong after that.
Damn.
Yeah. And I mean, I've played my dad at ping pong a couple times. He wasn't always in my life, but we played ping pong a couple times. And the things that he would do, it's just like, yeah, I get it now. Like he probably should have done some kind of Olympics thing, but you know.
Yeah.
Damn.
I just play a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I can put a little spin on the ball on the ping pong table. I can, serve a little funny style because I'm left-handed.
I'm just happy if I keep the volley going. Either way. You know what I mean? Like.
Now you get to spiking on me too hard, I'm gonna come across that table.
That's the best part of ping pong is when
my ego's gonna be be bruised. I mean, hey, fuck that. This motherfucker hit me with 4 different balls. I'm
just slam it into the
into that chest plate. Just
gosh, what was that movie? Balls of Fury?
Yeah.
You ever seen that?
That was good.
hilarious.
That was and Christopher Walken was the villain. That was incredible.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
I'm gonna have to watch that this weekend.
It was a funny movie.
That was funny, man.
It was like a Bruce Lee movie, loosely, and the guy played ping pong instead.
Although I will say, they kind of generally, I'm not gonna say it's a direct bite, but they definitely took the spirit of dodgeball.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
That's what all movies do. That you made money doing this. Well, yeah, we can do that.
We're just gonna switch it up a little bit.
Exactly. Let's change the title.
Switch out dodgeball to ping pong.
Yep, fuck it.
Pretty much.
And then we'll switch out ping pong to ice skating.
Fucking lawn darts and shit.
Dude, Blades of Fury is a severely underrated movie. Go back and watch that movie. It's really funny now. There's some movies from the 2000s that you remember, and then you go back and watch them, and you're like, this is kind of old and stale. But then there's some where you watch them today, and you're like, holy shit. No one could make this movie right now, first off. Second of all, this is hilarious. Like, it's hitting all the taboo stuff you're not supposed to talk about. Love it. PCU.
Oh, PCU's hilarious.
With Jeremy Piven. You could not make that movie now.
When it came out, I went to go see it in the theater, and I was like, this is all right. But then, like, I saw it like 5 years later, and I was like,
and it hits on every cylinder. You're just like, this is.
I was still kind of in school when PCU came out, so it was like,
And you got Jeremy Piven and Jon Favreau.
Yeah,
early.
Right. Yeah,
right.
Early.
Yeah.
But that shit aged pretty well, and I can watch it now and crack up.
I remember.
I love when George Clinton shows up.
Oh man, that was my favorite part.
2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it.
He licks that girl's hand. Just the dog in me, baby. Woof.
I was like, hey, he really does that shit,
bro. And I'm like 9 years old. Little white dude, and I see this guy just lick a girl's hand, and I'm like, I want to do that. I want that much BDE where I can just go up to a woman and just lick her hand and be like, what's up?
Hey.
That was the allure of George Clinton. Yeah. And he's still alive and kicking, thank God. Him and Bootsy Collins.
Yep. When they say George lived by the funk.
Hey, for sure.
It was real.
There's got to be a prop bet about who's gonna die first, George Clinton or Keith Richards.
Oh, George Clinton. I hate to say it. No, I don't mean to burn bread like that, but Keith Richards ain't dead.
There's got to be.
Keith Richards has been dead for like 200 years already. He just doesn't know it yet.
Vampire.
No, he just doesn't know it yet.
He just doesn't know.
Yeah, so he's just still maintaining, just like.
I think they said like if a nuclear bomb blows up the world,
Roaches
and Keith Richards.
The notification of organ failure takes years to get to the brain now because there's so much alcohol and drugs in his central nervous system that it takes that long.
And he did real drugs.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? I smoke some cannabis from time to time.
No.
He did I got a prescription. He did drugs. You know what I'm saying?
What drugs?
Drugs. All of them.
Drugs.
Intravenous drugs.
Bent those. Smoked them.
Oof.
Absorbed them.
It makes you wonder, like, dude, how is Ozzy Osbourne still alive?
Barely.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that dude's got to have Parkinson's, right?
He's got something.
Yeah. I mean, because I feel like he even had it back
when he was on the when they were doing the Osbournes.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
like yeah.
I think Ozzy might have had a stroke, y'all. What's going on?
Dude, I was telling my girl the other day how he bit the head off of a bat, and it's like, I don't think anybody else could have done that, and it would have had the impact, you know?
It wasn't purposefully, though, but he did it.
I think somebody just threw a bat up on stage, didn't they?
Well, so, there was a thing where people would like throw bats on, or fake bats, or he had like something about it, and it was part of his set. He had plastic bats, fake bats, whatever, and he'd bite the heads off of those. But somebody from the crowd threw a real fucking bat, and
oh man,
he was like, "Oh so scared. I didn't know if I had rabies or not. I had to go get 13 shots in my belly. Oh, it was all fucked up.
But it's like, who better than that to happen to, you know?
Now, he did bite the head off of a live dove in a contract negotiation with his record label.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, he did, yes.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he was supposed to. They were gonna. I think he was doing like a dove release after he was gonna sign the paperwork or something. You know, like because Ozzy's fucking weird.
Yeah.
He was high.
Shit wasn't going the way.
A lot of this is summed up in 3.5 grams of.
Right. Yeah. and so I guess shit didn't go the way that he was wanting it to go, and like a dove got out or something, and Ozzy was like, "Yeah, if you don't give me my money, I'll fucking bite this head off this dove."
There's a photo of that, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a photo of that.
Man, you want to talk about a power couple, bro? Where would Ozzy Osbourne be without Sharon?
Oh, dead.
Yeah, absolutely. Because after Black Sabbath, like, he was in a bad way, wasn't he? And she pretty much just, like, picked him up and said, you know,
Come on, you fucking wanker.
Yeah, got him in shape. You're a musician. You are Black Sabbath. Let's fucking go do this. And then that's when he got together with, who was his first guy? The little dude, Randy Rhodes.
Yeah.
And that guy was a classically trained guitarist, never played rock and roll in his life, and somehow got hooked up with Ozzy. And he was like, I think I like heavy metal. And just like the most iconic riffs of all time, and like every solo is like virtuoso type stuff. And like they said, the way he recorded in the studio was the workmanship of like nobody else. Like he'd be all day in the studio working on one solo. I think Ozzy, I read in an interview somewhere that the Crazy Train solo was a 2-week project. Just the solo in the fucking song was 2 weeks. And
that's a lot of work. And
because he had a certain kind of tone where he had to perfectly play the solo like 5 or 6 times over layer them over one on top of one another.
Really?
So if there was one tremolo or just one little
that was out of variance.
We got to start over.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I mean, people search for that tone, but you're never gonna find it on that in live
because it takes that much to tune it. To calibrate it.
Exactly. It's only on that record where a guy's using this instrument with this amp and this studio, and he's doing it this particular way.
It does. It does sound different than anything else.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely listen to it again. Probably when we get done tonight.
No, like every time, every remaster they do of that song, the guitar doesn't sound any different.
No,
because it was done that well. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
because it was done that well.
I mean, that's the one thing Ozzy said about Randy Rhodes. He's just like, the work ethic of this guy was just, couldn't be matched. And I think that probably comes from just being classically trained. I mean, a lot of those older guys that are trained that way in guitar, I mean, it's just doing exercises over exercises over exercises, and it gets so boring. And I don't see how anybody would want to play the guitar just doing that. You know what I mean? But it's cool that Randy Rhodes was trained that way, and then he's like, heavy metal. He's like, I can play this in my sleep,
yeah,
dude.
Sure, why not? You want this? What you want? Man?
Yeah, exactly. I love stuff like that. People that are just so good at their instruments, and it's just like, you were meant to do this. I mean, shit, Charlie Parker, you know? Mm-hmm. Every time I go down to the Jazz District, you get that. I just get a little electricity. You know what I mean? It's like somewhere in one of these clubs, Charlie Parker was high off his ass on some amphetamine, and he was blowing some saxophone that no one ever heard before.
Down on 1823 Highland.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like stuff like that is so cool.
My fellow union member Charlie Bird Parker at the Mutual Musicians Foundation. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I was there not too long ago, actually.
Fresh.
And I was looking at all the musicians, and I just wanted to stop my buddy and be like, dude, do you realize, like, how many people came through here that are just, like, geniuses?
everybody at one point, up until about 1975 or 76, any black artist who played at one point in time came through the foundation.
The mutual musicians.
Yeah, because you had to be a member of the foundation in order to even get a gig.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that was back when unions and shit, musicians unions in the Midwestern region were strong. Unfortunately, they've lost a lot of their grip. Yeah,
it happens, man.
Yeah, it sucks, but you know. So, I'm gonna flip everything all the way up and kick all this shit off the table. We're gonna start over real quick. Check it. What's your predictions for the Chiefs this season?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not gonna go 17-0 or whatever they want. But I mean, other than like injuries, I mean, as long as that offensive line gels, I mean, the level of football the Chiefs play is so above any other team in the league, and the fact that the Bucs beat them the way they did, I mean, it's
the Bucs beat them because their offensive line by
then
had
it's
been
nothing.
completely decimated.
They played with 3.5 linemen.
Absolutely,
they weren't even playing with that in the Super Bowl. And no offense to any of them, because you're doing something I'm physically incapable of doing.
Absolutely,
so I'm not gonna sit here and belittle you like that, but in comparison,
I think I could have stepped out a little wider than Mike Remmers in the Super Bowl.
You could have.
I would have got ran over.
Yeah, I was going to say that you would have immediately gotten trucked. So,
but that would have gave Pat a half a second more than he had.
That half second would have done Pat absolutely no good in the Super Bowl.
Maybe not.
Imagine if those passes he threw were caught. Completely different game.
If he would have had time to really aim it to get to get it to someone,
yeah. I mean, but you got a couple of those passes are like hitting people off the helmet.
Oh,
you know what I mean? It's like
where most amazing shit is in losses.
Where do you want it? Like
that was
But
I feel bad. Was that Pringle that he hit in the face?
I think it was Tyreek Hill.
Was,
Tyreek Hill got hit in the face.
I think both of them got hit in the face, actually.
Yeah, two people got hit in the face.
I know Travis Kelce dropped.
Or was it Pringle and
Robinson?
Yeah,
Robinson.
that's what it was. It was Pringle and Robinson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pringles, man, I just think there was no way he believed that ball was going. If it was coming there, that it was going to come right to his face.
Hey.
From the ground.
I get what you're saying.
From the ground, horizontal. He's not looking for that ball to come out.
He probably had his hands out like this, and then all of a
sudden,
sudden,
whoa! What the fuck?
He actually got it off.
And the ball's traveling 65 miles an hour because it's being released out of a cannon.
I believe today is actually Patrick Mahomes' birthday.
Hey.
So, if that's the case, happy birthday.
Yeah.
And
speaking of which, we're not gonna do a full one, but just do a quick what you sipping on. I am tonight sipping on the Long Bombing Patrick Mahazy from Diametric. Sits at 10.3 New England style IPA. Quite hazy, tasty. Rockwell sipping on a different variant.
I am sipping on the Waterberry Mahazy, which is a session IPA with Meyer lemon and blueberry, coming in at a elegant 4.5%.
That one's actually a lot like the Baby Mahazy.
It is.
Which I think it's hilarious. Shout out to Diametric, our home base out in Lee Summit. I think it's hilarious how they have an entire family of Mahazy beers now to kind of match the fact that Patrick Mahomes himself has a family.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, if they're gonna name this one the Waterberry Mahazy, you know what time it is. They need to go ahead and make this happen, and there needs to be some of this around when a certain burger joint go ahead and open up its doors.
Well, I think that was as close as it's gonna get.
I know.
And then isn't that open out in Independence?
What?
I thought it was open.
Is it like near the stadium? Is that why they put it in Independence?
Oh, if it is, we going tonight, baby.
I don't think it's near the stadium.
Okay. It's just that's an odd choice to start any business.
I think it's on 40 Highway. It's supposed to be on 40 Highway.
I thought it was on like 39th and something.
Whoa.
Oh, like by the mall?
Yeah, I think it's out by Independence Center.
No, they're not open yet.
Ah.
It says temporarily closed. Whoa! Oh, that one doesn't have hours on it yet.
So I think, in my opinion, right now, Shake Shack has the best burger. What do you guys think?
I haven't had Shake Shack yet.
This is what did it for me. This was sealed it. I took a bite of Shake Shack and their smash burgers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the first bite I got was all the crunchy bits that taste the best part. It's like the best part of the burger. That was like my first bite, and it was otherworldly. It was delicious. I've never, like, you have smash burgers, but I don't know. It's just this one. Maybe I got lucky and just happened to get the right bite, but it was just like, well, holy shit, this is really
Which one
good.
did you go to?
Shit, I don't know. 119th and Row, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're talking about,
Yeah, there's one down by the KU Med Center too, though.
Really? I didn't know that.
Maybe that close to the plaza is what I'm thinking
it's on
about.
Plaza, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, right
I'm not
across
sure.
the state line.
Yeah.
There.
Have you ever had a Jim's Fat Burger?
Oh, man, I don't think so. Is that
across the
local?
street-
Yeah.
yeah, across the street
I
from,
remember Jim's
across
Fat Burger. I just never had one.
6902.
Never had one? Oh, it's still around. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
across the street. It's 6901 Prospect now.
What
Yeah.
about Paul's?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, man, I'm regretting I didn't go around there this around the corner earlier tonight. I made a decision.
Well, since COVID though, Paul's is just drive-through only, and that line is
that
just way
sucks.
too long.
That line is long.
Yeah, that's why I never go to
It's
Ponchos.
still fire though. Yeah.
Every time I try to get Ponchos, it's like I'm not waiting here an
Is
hour
Poncho
for
still
some
open?
tacos.
I thought they, they're.
They closed them up.
It's gonna close. 'Cause they're building some apartments, some high-rise apartments in that lot.
But you
No
know the one I'm
shit.
talking about,
Yeah.
right? What is it on Main Street or
Down on
something?
Main.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, very familiar.
Oh, they
with
need
that.
to go ahead and move it on out here then.
Shit, man, that might be the end of Ponchos, bro.
Nah, they still got them in Olathe and in Independence.
Yeah, there's a
that's
couple
the
more
end of
Ponchos.
That's
Yeah.
like the end of me, because I ain't never going to Olathe or Independence.
I don't blame you.
I have no business in
The one in Independence
Independence.
on 23rd Street, you can get in and out.
I have no business in Independence. I don't sell meth. I don't do meth.
Yeah, Independence is. I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's a lot of meth out there, and y'all know how I feel about meth heads. Fuck meth heads, son.
Have you heard his Meth Head Work Chronicles?
No.
Hey, oh shit, I got one.
Does it have to do with catalytic converters?
Nah.
Because I know that and meth heads go together pretty well.
I work in a smoke shop, and
Oh yeah, that's right. You said you worked at whatchamacallit.
and so at one point in time, our smoke shop used to sell like the bubble pipes.
Yeah, bubblers.
Yeah, the bubblers, whatever. We haven't sold them for well over 5 years now, at least.
And you still get people coming in there
Oh
asking
man,
for
I get
them.
people. Hey, young blood. Let me holler at you real quick. What you need, sir? Because it's COVID, and I don't want nobody up here trying to whisper to me, getting all close. I was perusing your goods, and I was looking for something specific. And I maybe I was wondering if you might have it, or I didn't see it. What you looking for, man? We got all kind of stuff. Well, I'm looking for a cylindrical pipe with a round end on it. We got all kind of bombs.
So like a pipe.
No, a hand pipe. Small in nature, kind of like. You looking for a bubbler? Oh, I didn't want to call it that, but yeah, we don't sell that shit, meth head. Get the fuck up out of here. Why do you treat me so bad? Because you do meth.
These are the same guys that buy the rose stems.
No, those are crackheads.
Oh, okay, so there's a differential. Yeah.
Oh yeah, give me a crackhead any day.
Mm-hmm.
9 days a week. Give me a crackhead. Crackhead will mow your yard,
Get shit
fix
done.
your transmission.
Huh?
sing a song and dance. You remember the old boy that used to be outside of Czar Bar doing the walk it out?
Oh, good
Crackhead.
Lord.
Hey.
Oh, man, that dude used to get on my nerves.
Hey, but I would give, at the end of the night, he'd come down, he'd sweep up, and I'd give him like $15-$20. He'd be like, oh, man, shit, I'm about to go get lit. I'd be like, hey, man, don't tell me.
Man.
But yeah, give me a crackhead any day. Meth heads just want to
And that was when you could still get
rob
after hours liquor at the Valero.
What do you think differentiates them? Like meth heads are up too long, and they just start going crazy.
Yeah. Because a crackhead will sleep. A crackhead will pass out.
I guess cocaine is like in and out of your system pretty fast.
A meth head is.
Oh yeah, that shit.
Yeah, that motherfucker's gonna be up all weekend.
Yeah, that methyl structure on the molecule.
Yeah,
that shit's staying in your system
Go!
for a while.
You see that motherfucker wearing the same shit for 7 days straight.
Bro, I never knew this. Like a year ago, I found out that my dad used to fucking cook that shit, bro.
Oh, your dad is a fucking brilliant.
And this was back in the late '60s.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Yeah. So my guess is he learned it from an old head,
So was your pops in a biker gang?
He.
Because that's biker gang shit back in the '60s.
He definitely hung out with some biker gangs. I remember him saying that. Here's a cool story he told me. There's a guy he'd hang out with who was thin as a rail, like 6 foot, maybe like 150 pounds, maybe. And he said he hung out with the guy because he was good at fighting. And it is like, yeah, I like to fight. He liked to fight, so we'd hang out. And I'm like, yeah. Like, oh, way to go there, Dad.
Four double dragons right there on the spot.
And it's like, I'm so removed from stuff like that. But he said this guy walked into a party once, and this was back when, matches, strike anywhere matches, pretty prevalent. And he walked up to this guy and struck the match on the back of the guy's neck and lit a cigarette. And the guy, what the fuck? And then he blew smoke in the guy's face, and the guy just turned right back around. He said, I don't want none of that. He said, I don't want none of this guy that just struck a match on my neck and blew smoke in my face. Because that's the kind of clout he had. Like, you chose violence. If you even said anything to the guy, like, it's on. You know what I mean? He said he would go up to the biggest dude. Didn't matter how ugly his girl was. He'd hit on that guy's girl just so the guy would do something about it. And this was like a guy that my dad ran with was like considered his best friend for a while. And it's just like, Jesus Christ. What were you doing when you were a teenager? I guess selling meth and hot rodding cars.
Selling meth and hot. Hey, that sounds like the '60s.
Bro.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And and he said he moved out when he was like 14 or 15. I was like, okay, this is making a lot of more sense now.
Well, you definitely have to supply, get some bread so you could make meth and sell hot rod cars.
Yeah, dude. If he would write a book, there's things I don't think I even want to know about. But I asked him that once. He's like, no, not a chance in hell. There's probably I would just assume there's a lot of demons he's worked out, and like, man, dude, that's a different era, bro. You know what I mean?
It was
like,
real.
You're talking about bikers. You're talking about gangs that
Because think of it like this: Hell's Angels did not have social media.
No.
But their reputation spread as though it were on TikTok or Twitter.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was just fucking word of mouth by motherfuckers getting their ass whooped by the Hells Angels. And man,
every dive bar in America knew who the Hells Angels were.
Yeah, no, you don't. And that's the thing. You mess with one of them, you mess with all of them.
I didn't know that Kansas City was as involved in the biker scene as it is.
Oh yeah.
Until a couple of years ago when I was watching the gang profiles on A&E.
This year they had a shooting down at the lake.
Oh yeah, fucking Galloping Goose and starts with an M, but I can't think of. But yeah, it's like a couple of. I had no clue, no idea. But you know where that shit happens at in Kansas City? Good. Independence.
Grain Valley.
Yeah.
That's Independence is Galloping Goose territory. I do remember that. Independence in like northeast Kansas City. That's goose turf. You don't fuck around on goose turf.
I'm good.
I'm all the way
good
good.
with all that.
I'm good.
I'm good with all that.
I'm good, man.
I'm just now relearning where all the Crip and Blood sets are in the city. So shit, that's enough
Goodness.
info for me.
I remember a long time ago, my friend and I took a wrong turn, and I think it was down somewhere between the 30s and the 50s. And
Oh, there's a lot of wrong turns to be made
yeah,
down there.
I feel like we got really lucky that we were able to turn around and go back the other way. Because I remember seeing a guy that was like had his arms up like this, and I said, just fucking turn around.
Nah, he just saw two white dudes in a car. He's like, I'm about to sell this dope.
Maybe it's all my mental then, bro.
He
Because
said, oh no, you are correct. Y'all were fortunate, but that dude was just like, shit. I see some white boys. I'm about to try and sell this. Hey, what y'all need?
I would like one crack, please.
One of the
Doing
cracks.
Ghostface style. Give me 2 cracks.
Oh man, that's great. Oh, dude.
Hey man, but you know it was funny. Like speaking of before social media, news and rumors used to come out of the 30s and 50s like Vietnam War reports.
Oh no, real talk.
Real talk. Like
It's like some shit. Hey, such and such got smoked over in the 30s yesterday. Who told you that? Because if whoever it was that told you that wasn't a verified source, nah, that shit didn't happen.
Like, you know how they talk about different like gang violence and favelas in Brazil and shit like that. I'm pretty sure in favelas in Brazil, a couple of news reports have gotten to them about Kansas City.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, Brazilians, South Americans in general, that's a different kind of gangster.
Oh yeah, that's Colombian necktie type shit.
That's
I'm cool.
Like they do things outrageously violent just to get that word out. So
Yeah, that's just social media.
That's crazy, man. Let me ask you guys this: what happened with Mac Dre? Really? I've heard a couple different stories. I'm assuming somebody just.
I will tell you what I've been told off camera.
Okay, all right.
It's that one's still kind of a sticky.
Can I tell you what I think it was?
Sure.
I think a guy from the Bay Area was coming to Kansas City pretty much on a monthly basis and living the good life, making a shit ton of money, and somebody saw that and was like, I want to be that guy. But you know, I don't know, man.
You're not far off.
I just know that it came from a place of hate for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I didn't meet Mac Dre, but I've been in the presence of Mac Dre a few times when he'd come to Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, dude was like legitimately cool as shit.
That's always what I heard.
No, I got to kick it from Mac Dre for about a half an hour.
Yeah?
It was like 4 of us. It was like me, Christos, Gunjack.
At the
Cuckoo Cow
down on Pine Street, yeah.
At CMSU Homecoming.
That's awesome.
It was Mac Dre and Cuckoo Cow. Do you remember Cuckoo Cow?
No, I don't.
In my projects.
Yeah.
I'm oblivious.
And I think I've told. I don't know if I told this on the live.
You have, but go ahead.
On the live, okay, but yeah, I was DJing the after party down on Pine Street.
Okay.
And got there at midnight. It's packed. It's 4 people across the sidewalk, and then all the way up the street.
Shit.
And he's not just DJing anywhere. He's DJing upstairs.
Okay.
It's at the 2-level club.
There's 2 flights of stairs, 2 25-step flights of stairs.
Straight ups.
Straight ups. It's old 100-year-old building shit.
Mm-hmm.
Straight ups.
I get up to the door. I got all my records. I got records and shit. I look up there. It's like there's no way I'm getting up in that bitch. This dude taps me on the shoulder. Hey, we Cuckoo Cows security. We about to bum rush this motherfucker. Just get in the middle of us. We gonna get you up there, right? You can go up with us, right? You the DJ, right? You got the records, right? Yeah.
See now, hold up, pause real quick. It'd have been fucked up if he was just some old regular ass motherfucker that just happened to have some records on.
That's called social.
Have some Cuckoo Cow singles to get signed.
Social engineering.
Out there bootlegging and shit. I got called by Cuckoo Cow security.
Hey, they try to pull the big time because you know this is what 01, 02, something like that.
Like 2001.
Yeah, I think it's 01. So you know, people is trying to live that life.
Yeah.
You know, they try to bum rush up the first. We get up the first set of steps pretty good, right? Moving cuckoo cows, move out of the DJ. What y'all? They moving people out the way. We get up there and then we just get to a slow stop, right?
It wasn't slow.
Yeah, it was like a halt.
It was a halt.
It was a halt. So we at almost to the top of the first set of steps.
They hit the bottleneck.
They get and there's a bunch of people on this level right there, right? So we get Cuckoo Cow pushed up through us and get him up to that level. And right before he sees daylight to the staircase up, it's like, hey y'all, it's Cow, man. Let me get up here real quick so I can work. All of a sudden you hear, fuck you, nigga, get a platinum record. And we all turned around and came on down the steps. And what's fun, hold on, and come to find out, it was one of the homies.
Somebody's just fucking around with
It
him.
was Nasty Nate. It was Nasty Nate that told him to do
Oh, it
that.
was?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Nasty Nate was wild.
Hold on, you said, are we talking about the same Nasty Nate? No, because he wasn't in school down there.
No, he was just down there.
Yeah, he was Air Force.
Oh, is that what he was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just thought he was one of the Qs or something.
Man.
No, you thought so.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great time.
Yeah.
Hey, man, look. I didn't even go to school in Warrensburg Point, but I kicked it at CMSU.
Oh, good times.
Yeah.
I burnt up a lot of money down there.
Yeah.
Burnt up a lot of money.
I did.
I didn't even drink Natty Light, but I was a Natty Light drinker when I go kick it at CMSU.
Hey, but we get down.
Natty Lights and Tom Collins.
But we get down the steps, right? And Christos sees us sitting there, sees me out there. He's like, man, come here. He calls us in the fitters over in the lounge area. And he comes back. He's like, man, y'all couldn't get up in there, could you? He's like, nah. He's like, hey, man. Man, come on back to the back, man. We back there chilling with Mac Dre right now. I was like, oh, well, shit, this is where I'm supposed to be at.
Yeah. Duh.
This is where I'm supposed to be. We chopped it up, man. Shook his hands, talked about show business and shit.
Dude, I bet his vernacular and the way he speaks was probably just so fucking cool. You know what I mean? How some people just talk and you're like, this person's got their own language. Like,
I mean, mind you, I had a 30, maybe 45-minute sample of the man, right?
yeah.
But he was super, like, chill, like, level, like not like the way he raps.
That would make a lot of sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, not like.
And also at that time, he's like what, 38, 39 when you met him,
Something
probably,
like that.
because
Something
he
like
was
that.
in his 40s when he died, if I remember correctly.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So
Mac Dre was grown.
Yeah, so
No, he was grown.
he'd been around the block, probably lived a life or two, and was like, dude, I'm cool with doing music and getting this little $2,500 to go to a club.
Wasn't Mac Dre part of Romper Room and shit?
Yeah.
The bank robbers.
Well,
and
he
shit?
was the one that went to jail. He did the time, but he didn't snitch on nobody.
Oh,
and
no,
then when he got out,
He lived like king.
yeah.
Yep.
And then I don't think he was the first, but he did the record from jail over the phone, which was who's doing shit like that back then?
He might have been the first.
Really?
He might have been the first.
I mean, because that was what was that?
He
'Cause
might
that
have been
was-
the first.
'Cause that was
88,
before
89.
That was before X-Rated did it.
That's so dope, bro. You just know somebody like that is gonna make it when you meet them. You know, people sometimes you meet them and you're just like, man, this guy's got it. What I hope he does it. You know, whatever he wants to do, I hope he does it. But yeah, man, you could tell through his music and just how different he was. Just a special individual, and not only that, like just a wide audience. You know?
Oh yeah.
It wasn't like
wasn't just
like
black folks or
Oh,
black and white
man.
folks. He had
The whole
Indians,
city.
natives, and yeah, it was all
The whole
everybody
city.
fuck with Mac Dre, and that's why. That was one of the things that when unfortunately when he was killed here, that kind of
it was kind of a bad blood between.
well, it kind of it fucked up the relationship that Kansas City had with the Bay.
Yeah.
And it also made Kansas City look bad in the fashion of you're not safe.
We can't have nothing nice.
Right.
The industry would
Yeah.
say we can't say don't know how to act.
Right. because
That's fair.
yeah, and you couldn't really at the time you really couldn't argue it because Kansas City was like number 3 on the murder
I remember those
list
times,
in
yeah.
the country and shit, and illegal money was moving a lot of stuff in a very.
I remember in high school about once a month you'd hear about somebody just spraying the front of a club for no reason.
Oh yeah.
Other than maybe some guy talk shit to some other guy, and
yeah.
It's like, why, dude? And since you're a celebrity, you don't pay for anything.
That is true. A lot of celebrities.
It's funny because the people that can afford things
get it
for free. So it's like, well, I don't know how that works. I want it to work for me someday. That'd be nice.
Man, it'd be awesome.
Hell, I'd even settle for free bowling. Just let me get a couple games in, bro.
All right, y'all. Any bowling alley owners, managers listening, watching?
Well,
however,
shit.
man, Poindexter at Poindexter Tunes on Instagram.
Yep, Poindexter Tunes on everything, really. If you look on YouTube and search the Cedar Cyanide Podcast, you should be able to find my channel because I just changed that today, and I will have I'm gonna call it the ENOG, the inaugural podcast. It's like a 15-minute short little intro about what I'm gonna do, and then eventually here I'm gonna figure out the video, and then I'm just gonna do the podcast from my couch. It's a sweet leather sectional. It's very nice. And then maybe I might do like commentary on the Chiefs games, like go live on Facebook or something. But shit, while I'm shouting people out, man, I want to shout out Kincaid, Oak Park Mall, man. It's a toy store, arcade right next to it. Literally anything you're looking for, and they'll get it to you for the cheapest price as well. These dudes that run this place, this is all they've done their entire life, and they were in it before collecting was a big thing.
Yeah.
And now that they got a spot, it's like they can pass on the savings to you guys. I know that sounds like a sales pitch, but for real, like my boy, like he knows how to find things, and if you're willing to spend the money, like he'll get them for you, and he's not gonna tax you out the.
Hey, that sounded kind of gangster the way he said that. Hey, my boy, he knows how to find things. You know
what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Bada boom, bada bing.
Check it. My boy, he knows how to find things. Hey.
Wise guy, huh?
Yeah, find him at the bottom of the river. Hey, bada boom.
That reminds me of that fucking Richard Pryor joke where he was working at the old mob club, and he tries to pull a pistol on the guy. Hey, give me your money, and the mob boss goes, Tommy, come here. Richard, do that thing with the gun. And he goes, give me all your money, and the guy goes. He said, you're a good one. Oh man, that's great. R.I.P. man.
Oh man,
we lose too many comedians. It's tragic.
Well, damn, I can edit this shit. Fuck it. Richard Pryor would have been lost in one way or another had he lived this long, because he was already. You can see it in Harlem Nights that he was. Starting to kind
Parkinson's.
Yeah.
All that drug use and shit, dude, it leads to Parkinson's.
Yeah. Plus, he set himself on fire a couple of times. So that I think that might have some repercussions.
So Pryor has to be the first guy that was like, I smoke crack. This is what happened to me. Isn't it funny? Like, who else has done that? And like I was saying at the beginning of the podcast, people want to see somebody and go, well, my life isn't that bad, like. And you hear Richard Pryor, setting his head on fire in the middle of the street. That's some real shit that nobody talked about in the 70s.
Oh, motherfuckers was... because everybody wasn't experiencing it.
Yeah.
Because, at that time, it was freebasing.
Freebasing, that's right. And it was like...
walking down the street.
Freebasing is still crack, but it was, crack that you made. So you had to have the cocaine and all the accessories and shit in order to make that shit. So you had to have a little bread back in the day to freebase.
Yeah. Well, and then of course he did movies and stuff too. So who knows what he got introduced to in Hollywood?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Real crack.
Real crack.
Lois Lane was scoring for him.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Who's that lady? What's that lady's name? The one with Christopher Reeves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's her name? She died not too long, a few years back.
Man.
But yeah,
That's nuts.
That's how he got into Superman 3.
What?
Yeah.
With
Because
who was it? Gene Hackman was also in that movie. Man, this is probably stuff that I'm going to talk about on my podcast, like old movies and stuff like that. I love talking about stuff like this.
portrayed by
The yesteryear of Hollywood, back when like it was literally just a party 24/7. When they made Caddyshack, they specifically picked a golf course in Florida because it was the furthest away from LA they could get. Because they knew the producers wouldn't be able to keep an eye on them. So you're talking about Chevy Chase, Rodney Dangerfield, Ted Knight, who else was it? Bill Murray, the guy who did it, Ramus, the Ghostbuster, and the guy. There's a guy in the movie that never has a line, and I can't remember. I think it's the director's cut of Caddyshack. Just does a line right off the table, and they kept it in the movie. And yeah, but they said
Margot Kidder.
Oh yeah, she was in a couple other movies, some really good ones too.
She was with Richard Pryor, like when he first got to New York.
Were they dating?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. Oh, she loved Richard Pryor. Have
you guys ever seen the Richard Pryor roast?
Yeah. That's just
hilarious.
Okay, now, was it Richard Pryor's roast? Were they roasting him? Because
no, they were roasting Dean Martin, I think.
Was it Dean Martin?
It feels like it was Dean Martin.
No, it was Dean Martin's celebrity roast, but I think it was Richard Pryor that was.
They were doing it at the Friars.
Well, they've done a few of them.
They're doing it at the Friars Club, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the one that's on YouTube that I remember, it was writers from the Richard Pryor show, which was very short-lived. I don't know. I've never seen it. I don't know if it's any good. But Robin Williams was a writer on that show with him. Sandra Bernhardt. No one even knew who that was back then.
John Witherspoon.
Yeah. Paul Mooney.
Yeah.
These are murderers. Heavy hitters. I'd really like to watch that show someday. If there's any of them out there. They got to be good, right? There's too many people involved.
I've seen a couple episodes of it, but I can't recall necessarily how I got a hold. I think I was just flipping through the channels way back in the day, and it just came
the Dean
on.
Martin Celebrity Roast?
No,
the Richard Pryor show. Because it was
Richard Pryor show, yeah.
It was like a sketch comedy show, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was only like 8 episodes.
Yeah.
It only made it 8 seasons.
I don't know why. Less. I don't know. Yeah, it was very short lived, and I don't know. Maybe it was because
it was the 70s and
it was Richard Pryor. They did not actually realize who the hell they let loose on network TV.
They're probably trying to go up against Saturday Night Live as well.
Not necessarily, but it was just the timing.
No, they were trying to get some of that in the prime time,
right?
Because that was all NBC.
And Richard Pryor was just he was polarizing. He was saying nigga on TV.
Just a funny guy.
Yeah,
just the funniest guy you'd ever meet.
It was like Chappelle's show.
Yeah. Well, it's clearly Eddie Murphy and Dave Chappelle take a majority of what they do right now from Richard Pryor, right?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, could you imagine if Eddie Murphy did stand up again?
Well,
I'd pay to see that.
I heard he's been doing some stuff.
No, he's got a deal to do.
Really?
He's got a Netflix deal
that would be amazing.
Yeah, that was part of his or Netflix. Yeah, I think he's got a Netflix deal for it.
That's another guy like Eddie Murphy's Raw when he wore that stupid suit, like. But these are rock stars, and all these people are doing are just getting up on stage and talking. I guess the pinnacle of that, in my opinion, Andrew Dice Clay. Selling out arenas, 70,000 seat places, and these people are finishing his bits.
Oh yeah.
Ridiculous, man.
Today, Kevin Hart is that equivalent.
I could see that for sure. He doesn't do too much stand-up anymore, though, does he?
I don't know. I think he's reached a point where
I think he
just does it when he wants to.
He's too much of a machine now. He's got too many people under him. You know what I mean?
Well, no, he can still do. He's contracted for movies for right now.
That's what I was gonna say. But he couldn't stop doing movies because too many people hungry.
But there's a when he takes his time off, you know, I think he would probably do another stand up.
Now, I heard a story about him from Patrice O'Neal that said they used to make fun of his ass back at the Comedy Store in New York at the Cellar. Like, when he was coming up, like, everybody... Ooh. Kevin Hart.
Oh, yeah.
They used to just treat him like a little bitch, he said.
I believe it. I mean, Patrice O'Neal was a hard motherfucker.
Patrice O'Neal is one of the top 3, in my opinion. And the fucked up thing is he talked about how he was going to die in his act because he knew it. He knew, I'm not going to stop eating.
All right.
And he's like, and you motherfuckers are laughing at this shit. He said, I lost a fucking foot. But Patrice O'Neal was one of those guys where unabashedly himself, he's going to say whatever he wants to say, and it's going to be funny.
I put him and George Carlin in the same type of comedic category.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Carlin, probably a little more philosophic in my opinion.
Well, but they were both going to speak their mind exactly how they wanted to speak their mind, and you weren't going to stop.
You weren't going to laugh. You're going to laugh at somebody.
And you were going to find it hilarious. And then you would turn around and be sad at and disgusted with yourself because you're like, fuck, I shouldn't have been... he got me, and that image that he just painted was so fucked up, but it is me, and I can't do nothing but laugh about it because he got me. But yeah, I am fucked up.
Man, I don't think people realize how much Carlin did for comedy though, because before his the 7 deadly words or whatever it was, or the 8 words you can't say.
No, it was a 7.
Was it 7? There was no list. There was no list.
Right.
He made up the list and then performed it live and got arrested after doing the list.
Right, that's genius.
And there's some kind of I think he had some coke in his pocket, and somebody pulled him aside and said, look, you're gonna get arrested. And it was just long enough for him to get the shit out of his pocket, and then literally was put in handcuffs after that. And if he'd have gone to the precinct or whatever with that shit in his pocket, I mean, there's no way they would have let him out. Yeah. But man, people forget about him and like Lenny Bruce.
Oh, Lenny Bruce was fucking brutal.
Lenny Bruce was interesting because there wasn't stand-up. It was just a guy talking about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stand-ups weren't really a thing back then. He'd go to these beatnik groups, or what do you call them?
Poetry lounges.
And hipsters would smoke their pot.
Hashish
and
man.
And
he would just talk about how fucked up shit was, and motherfuckers would be like, yeah, you ain't lying.
Yeah. And it made people see the world in a different light, and a lot of people didn't like that. At least the people that make the rules.
Right. Yeah.
How long has this been going? How long does this usually go?
What, the episodes?
Yeah.
Oh shit, however long we feel.
Hey, that's what's up, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, shit. I mean, it's a. We will be wrapping it up soon though, because this is just a pregame for your Friday evenings and.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man.
Appreciate you coming by.
Not so much pregame for me anymore. I'm probably.
Oh man, I feel you on
I'm
that.
gonna go home and take a nice dab, and we'll call it a day.
It's fourth quarter.
He said take a nice dab. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, let's go.
That's what's up.
Bro, I never, like, one day when I was...
this whole time
if I smoke right now, like, this interview is gonna go down and down.
Don't worry.
And down.
Just like PC, I got something for y'all, kid.
I was gonna say,
don't worry about it.
At some point, we'd probably just start giggling, and I'd start talking about cartoons or something, you know?
Fresh.
But
we do that here. We do that here. We do that.
I was gonna say, dude, I knew when I was a kid and I first started smoking, I said, someday I'm gonna smoke like the refined, like the pure shit of this stuff. And that's what I do now, and it's great. It's awesome. You remember American Beauty where he was talking about that G13 shit?
Yeah,
and he was like,
yeah.
he was like, there's no paranoia and nothing like that. I was like, well, I've had G13. It was garbage, in my opinion.
That's what the G stands for.
But the way he described it is how I feel about dabs. You take a good dab of some fucking diamonds or something. Woo!
Dude, if I take a dab, my day is over.
My homie's got it in a pen, and that's what he functions
Yeah, no,
on.
I cannot
That's what
do
he
it.
functions on.
No! I will get nothing accomplished.
He probably bought his pen from us.
Nothing.
Oh, that's great.
And I hate to say it, but this is honesty, and I'm not discouraging people from dabbing when I say this, right? But you realize we are freebasing weed now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's as close as you're gonna get injecting it in your veins. It's the closest thing you're gonna get.
Yeah. Oh my God! I hope somebody does not. Oh please. Oh,
somebody
please,
turns
no.
THC into a water soluble powder that you can mix with water.
No.
I mean, the only reason you can't do it right now is because it's fat soluble. Like, it won't. If it gets in your veins, it's just gonna stay there. It's not gonna do anything. I mean, it's probably gonna.
I was gonna
give you a blood clot. Yeah.
Yeah, kill you.
Oh, jeez. Oh, some moron is going to do it.
Yeah, probably.
I got it figured out.
Dude, somebody should come up with a strain of weed called horse dewormer. How badass would that be, bro? Joe Rogan's first strain of weed is called horse dewormer. Fuck you, liberal media. Dude, that would be such a power move, though.
Oh, shit.
That would be such a power move.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. That was a good one.
Oh, shit.
Motherfucker Point hitting us with his...
Horse dewormer.
And this is stuff I'm going to be talking about on the CCP, the Cedar Cyanide Podcast.
Well, make sure that you all go to YouTube and subscribe to the Cedar Cyanide.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing it's gonna be wild. No matter what we talk about, it's gonna be wild.
Know that Lawnarchy is gonna be subscribing.
Yes,
as
sir.
soon as this is done.
Oh my God!
And you guys are gonna be on the podcast eventually, right? When I get all this shit figured out. Yeah.
Hey, man, we appreciate the invite. We'll definitely take advantage of it when the time comes, but we'll be rooting for you.
We'll be making couch upgrades since you talking about you gotta find leather set at your crib. We're gonna at least have to put some fabric down these motherfuckers.
Calm down, Rockwell.
That wasn't shade.
That's what went wrong with the black community in '64, trying to keep it with white folk.
Hey, shit. I mean, come on, P. Shit.
Be happy with what we got. Be cool. We can work it out, baby.
Don't get a white
damn near
couch.
got this motherfucker like this, bro.
Oh, shit. Oh, I'm just making jokes, man.
I know too, but yeah.
But don't overcorrect it and get like a white leather couch.
Oh no,
it's now something that no one can ever sit on ever.
Which would be even more hilarious.
You fucking plastic over a white leather couch, bro.
Because it's got a.
Can we give a sneak peek though on what we're efforting for the set?
Nah.
No.
Mm-mm.
Please.
No.
Damn it.
Because there's some motherfuckers watching this shit right now. It's like, what you wishing for? Because I'm gonna be out here hating to make sure that you don't get it.
Hey, if somebody's not hating on you, you're not doing it right.
Then we are doing it right in a motherfucker. Booyah, because there's a lot of motherfuckers hating on this shit.
Bro,
I don't know why.
That's one thing that I've noticed, like, just recently in life. Like, when you make the right moves, a lot of people are going to be like, you're wrong. Mm-hmm. That's how you know it's the right move, when a lot of people are like,
but I think it's also, it's a test of your conviction.
Exactly.
Because it may have been wrong, but you got to make it right.
Just persistence.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's like, it just kind of becomes, fuck you, eat a dick, I'm about to do this shit.
Fuck you, pay me.
That too, eventually. Well, all right.
Yeah, let's wrap it up, man. I'm hot, and these lights, man, I'm not used to them.
You better get used to them.
I better, huh?
Yeah, man, better get used to them, man.
Am I cool to?
Oh, yeah.
Of course. What do you mean?
Just...
Oh, shit. Well, shit, we wrapping it up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was...
Oh, no, we about to wrap it up, because I still got to tell you the story off camera.
Gotcha.
So, appreciate you coming by.
Absolutely.
Cedar Cyanide Podcast.
Cyanide Podcast. CCP.
YouTube. I'm gonna put it.
You were so going to get a letter though.
I am. Hopefully. Hopefully.
A cease and desist. They're gonna be like, hey, nah, man, come on, bro.
I need an Asian co-host in the worst way.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. It'd be even funnier if he was like the host and you were the co-host. But anyway, appreciate the invite. We'll definitely be coming through, like I said. But we'll be rooting for you from here and plugging you along the way.
Oh yeah, and you got a subscriber and a weekly viewer. So.
Oh well, appreciate you, bro.
Or whenever you guys drop anything, I got the bell notification. So.
Hey, you know we got it too. So we got shirts. This is where I do all the plugging and stuff.
Okay, cool. It's like church announcements.
Mm-hmm. We got shirts. Holler at He'd Advise Chris on Instagram, or hit us up on our Lawnarchy Instagram DM or Facebook. Let's see. Check out Funky Fresh First Fridays. We got those about to upload on Mixcloud pretty soon.
This weekend.
Let's see. Don't forget to subscribe to the GOMLHH YouTube page. Like the episode with AJ and Pancho from Bumble Bars. And then go to bumblebars.com and you can save $5 off your order. Use the code Lawnarchy. It's on the screen right there. Let's see. Mad Marlin got a new video about to drop. Yak Yak. Check that out. It's hot. I'll probably post a link in the in the comments or whatever. Once again, Cedar Cyanide Podcast will be. I'll post a link in that in the comments for that too. Appreciate y'all spending your time with us this evening, because you literally could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to spend it with us.
And I could have been PL.
He could have.
I saw that last episode. It's funny.
It's not.
It's not.
Well, no. I mean, the episode was funny. I'm just saying it's not a difficult thing to be PL. You making it seem as though I'm like this complicated being.
It's funny because back in the day, people would do impressions, and this is the same attitude he'd have towards it. He'd be like, "Good for you. Good for you."
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that spectacular. I'm just a regular guy.
And when he had the dreads, is even worse because, man, who do you want? Busta Rhymes? And you just start naming off all these people with dreads. Like, who do you want me to be? Who do you want me to be?
Oh man, I'm an asshole.
It was good days, man. I love that kind of sense of humor.
You know, yeah, you guys are my peoples, man. I loved you guys. I still love you guys. You know what I'm saying? I still talk to a lot of y'all.
Right back at you.
I'm still a fan. I'm still rooting for you with every fiber of my being. And if there's any way I can assist, you know what I'm saying, always feel free to hit me up. Look, I don't really have anybody, but we at the Lawnarchy every week give an official fuck you out. And I almost forgot.
You work on that.
I get to work on the fuck you?
Yes.
Well, if my fuck you is going out, it's going out to the same motherfuckers it usually goes to, which would be meth heads. Fuck you, meth heads. Eat a dick. I'm tired of y'all shit. Quit out for me, meth. I don't do that shit. Nothing about me says he does meth. Nothing about me says he does meth.
Hey, so real quick, since Point didn't really get to do what you're sipping on, I want to make sure that we haven't let this out, but off camera, we've been giving guests some of our long bottles out of the secret stash. So this evening we'll be gifting the
looks like a
Breckenridge 25th anniversary vanilla porter aged in rum barrels.
That sounds great to me.
Yeah. So enjoy that, brother.
I would imagine this could be a dark beer, which
Yes,
I'm a fan of. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Sure.
I wish I should have brought something.
Oh,
No.
you did.
Let's bring sand to the beach,
Potato
sir.
salad with raisins.
Oh, please. I don't.
Oh,
I've
shit.
never seen that, by the way.
Just give me the raisins. Fuck that potato salad.
Oh shit.
Fuck with them.
I've never been. Whatever.
Oh man. And on that note, you all have a good evening. If you're drinking, don't drive. If you're smoking, do your best. Peace.
Peace.